Well, welcome. Today, Exponential Real Estate presents the 7 deadly mistakes of real estate investors. What we want to show you today is how to avoid those critical potholes that come into your life. Some of those mistakes, and let's just start with the first one. Mistake number 1 is that most investors are looking to work with property instead of people. It's the largest mistake you can make. This business, this industry revolves around establishing good relationships with people, not property. You can't establish a relationship with a property. If you're in someone's home and they're in foreclosure and you can't establish a relationship, you're not going to get past square one. So you want to understand that you are working with people, not property. So that's mistake number 1. Very common, very critical mistake. Mistake number 2 is people are working on their sales closing skills instead of their people skills. Might seem like a similar type as number 1, but again, it's different. You're not closing somebody, you're establishing a relationship, and based on that relationship, you're consulting them on what to do. So work on your people skills instead of your sales skills. Work on people, not properties, and you'll make some headway there. The third mistake is not learning to persuade and negotiate. One of my favorite authors is Kurt Mortensen from the Persuasion Institute, and he always says that you have to persuade before you get to the negotiation table. Otherwise, you're just finding common ground. If you can persuade prior to getting to the negotiating table, then you're going to do a lot better with your negotiations if you've done some persuasion up front. The other thing to think about is we've been, over the past 2 to 5 years, everybody's been talking about the laws of attraction. And that's all well and good. You can attract as many people as you want, but if you can't persuade them and negotiate with them after you bring them into your circle, then all they are is attracted. So you're just like a bug light. You just have a bunch of flies buzzing around you, but you're not doing anything with them. And half the time you're killing them because, quite frankly, they get too close to the fire and there's nothing in it for them. So you need to learn to persuade and negotiate before you get to the point of no return there. The fourth mistake that people make is trying to do it yourself without help. You know, this industry is littered with the remains of people that have gone out and tried to do real estate on their own prior to getting some solid help. Now, I don't care if it's a local mentor. I don't care if you purchase a coach or get in with a real estate investment club. If you're doing it yourself, you're going to get hurt. It's just the nature of the industry. We always talk about buy low, sell high, make sure there's money in the deal. But if you don't know what you're looking for, you're going to get hurt. So make sure you don't do it yourself. Make sure you get a quality mentor, whether you're paying for it or whether you're using a local one that you know about. The other mistake that's very critical, number 5, is too many real estate investors focus on one deal. They get locked in on that deal, they get emotional about it, and as a result, they end up not making money or losing a lot of money or losing a bunch of time and only making a little bit of money. Don't focus on one deal. Get a whole bunch of deals into your pipeline and then pick the best of the best to work with. So don't ever focus on that one deal. It'll kill you. The sixth thing that most people do in their business is when they go out on their own, they're starting a new business. There's a lot of people, I call them naysayers, time wasters, losers, whatever you want to call them, that big, you make the L with your finger, and that's what they are. They're gonna drag you down. They're gonna waste your time. They're gonna tell you why something can't be accomplished because they've bought into the corporate America. Get a good job, from getting a good education, from learning from all those great teachers who none of them make over 6 figures anyway, and you've been taught for 20 years how to do it by people who don't do it. Listen, if you're going to make money in this industry, you've got to listen to people who make money in this industry, and they don't listen to time wasters. So don't listen to those time wasters. And the 7th one is probably the most critical of all. If you buy a house without having it sold first, that's a mistake. So you want to have your buyers and your exit strategy completely in place before you ever buy a house. Square one, Get your exit strategy in place before you buy. This is Rob Wheeler, Exponential Real Estate, helping you out.